If you're Steven Tyler's child, it brings you a great deal of heartache. What struggles did his 4 kids from 3 different women go through? Steven Tyler considers himself to be a loving father, but do his children and their mothers agree with him? Hi, my name's Dylan, and you are watching OSSA. In order to find out, we need to look back at his parenthood. His oldest child is an actress, Liv Tyler, and she grew up having no idea who her dad was. She was just 8 years old when the news hit her. Liv's mother, Babe Buell, used to be a Playboy model who had a fast-burning romance with Steven Tyler and ended up pregnant. In what way did Liv find out about him? And how did she react to such news?
Well, it's quite an emotional story, honestly, the whole thing, because it was, my mother was very young when she had me, and there was a little bit of confusion about where I came from.
Once Liv and her mom came to an Aerosmith concert, and in the crowd, Liv saw a girl who looked exactly like her. It was Steven Tyler's other daughter, Mia, who's 1 year younger than Liv. I saw her standing on the side of the stage at a concert, and I literally was like looking at my twin. She looked exactly like me, and I looked at my mom and she had tears in her eyes, and I kinda put it all together, Liv Tyler recalled. It's interesting that little Liv reacted so calmly to news about her superstar dad. Actually, she didn't seem to be bothered too much. Liv revealed that she was raised by strong women, her mother, grandma, and aunt, so having a father was strange to the girl. Despite the fact that Liv was introduced to her dad, Steven, their father-daughter relationship didn't take off. What's more, the actress is convinced that Steven had a rather negative impact on her relationships with men. The lack of a father's support and attention made her treat men like visitors who come to her life and just leave. Steven, in turn, tried to make up for all the missed years with Liv. He decided to help with her career, and when the girl was 16, he got her one of the starring roles in Aerosmith's music video for Crazy. So what is their relationship like now? Liv shared that with time, they've developed a very strong emotional connection. And there was one very special person who helped them to bond. It was Liv's own baby. And Grandpa Steven was even in the delivery room during the birth. Did it all turn out so well for Steven's second child, Mia? She was that look-alike sister from the Aerosmith concert. At first, childhood seemed like a fairy tale to the little girl. She had a loving mother and a doting father, Steven Tyler. Mia was luckier than Liv as she was born into a marriage. Tyler's first wife, Cyrinda Foxe, was a gorgeous actress who married Steven Tyler in 1978 and gifted him with Mia. The rock star's daughter recalls her childhood as unconventional because both of her parents behaved like rebellious teenagers, and she grew up at rowdy parties. When after 10 years of marriage, Steven and Cyrinda divorced, Mia took it incredibly hard. She desperately wanted her dad to come back.
My mom was so crazy, and I would get so excited that you would come here, and then you would leave, and I thought that if I cried really hard, like that, where you're just like, you can't even breathe, that somehow that would bring you back, and I would always pray that like…
Mia loved her father more than her mom. She longed for Steven. He was so cool. I mean, he dressed cool, he always brought presents, he was always like sunshine when I lived with my mom. And her energy was just really dark, Mia recalled. Mia didn't want to stay with her mom because Cyrinda just wasn't a good and caring mother. But Mia managed to forgive her parents for everything. It was definitely a strange childhood, but I'm okay with it. I made peace because I watched my mom grow up, and she was so negative, and she held so much in, she said. Mia found the strength to forgive her mom because, as it turned out, Cyrinda didn't have much time left to live. She had brain cancer, and no matter what, it was actually her ex-husband Steven Tyler who got her the best doctors and paid for her treatment. And he helped despite the despicable things that Cyrinda did to him. She spilled a lot of sensitive family secrets in her autobiography, making Steven look like a much worse husband than he really was. There's no wonder that Mia has been so much closer to her dad. Yet again, it was a grandchild that united them even more. But doesn't the status of being a granddad bother the rock star? Not at all. In fact, Steven admits that he loves this new role. First of all, "I'm Papa Stevie," the Aerosmith's frontman shares. Steven Tyler also finds time for his youngest kids from his second marriage. His second, now ex-wife, is a fashion designer, Teresa Barak, who gifted Steven with a daughter and a son, Chelsea and Taj. The star was already 40, while Teresa was only 28 at the time of their wedding. Yet despite the age differences, their marriage was a long and happy one. Many would be surprised to hear that such a rock star as Steven Tyler had been married for 18 years. But what was the reason for their abrupt divorce? Infidelity. And what's even more surprising, Steven wasn't the one who cheated. It was Teresa. At the time of divorce, Chelsea was 17 and Taj was 15. They were luckier than Mia and Liv in terms of getting daddy's time, attention, and dedication, as they would often come on tours with Aerosmith as children. Now, these kids are all grown up and have started their own careers. Chelsea is following her dad's footsteps now and often performs with him on stage, which helps her recognition. And Steven shows his support in the sweetest way. He comes to his daughter's concerts, always standing in the front center of the crowd with a big smile on his face. Starting her own music career and being compared to Dad, and having all these rumors that he helped her in this business, made Chelsea try to reach success in another industry. So what profession did she choose to prove she can do it all herself? She started a modeling career and is very successful in it. Yet, some people still claim that her success came due to the fact that she's her daddy's look-alike. Tyler's son, Taj, is in his late 20s now and prefers to stay in the shadows and dislikes any kind of publicity. Taj went with his father's real last name, Tallarico, and is the only one of Steven's children to do this. But does this mean that Taj is on bad terms with his dad? It doesn't seem so. The father-son duo attend public events together with the whole family. Now, when the kids are all grown up and have brought Steven Tyler 5 grandkids, what bothers fans is the question: does Steven Tyler plan to have any more kids? Well, with his 40 years younger girlfriend, there is a chance that the world can see yet another talented and beautiful kid. Tyler's new young girlfriend is Amy Preston, and she was working as Steven's personal assistant until their relationship took a romantic turn. They've been together for 5 happy years now, and Amy claims that Steven is the love of her life. Reportedly, Amy has a warm and family-like relationship with all of Steven's kids. So did Steven Tyler actually manage to make it up to his children? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.